I love stripes. You're gonna find garter stitch and brioche stripes in a lot of my Westknit shawls. And did you know that you can finish your shawls with striped I-cord bind-offs? Yeah, even if a pattern doesn't tell you to do it, you can add this racer stripe like a slithering snake down the border of your shawl. So let's learn how to add this graphic punch to your shawl project. For a striped I-cord bind-off, we're going to need a main color and a contrast color. I'm going to use the same color that I've been using for my knitting. You could use two totally different colors for a striped I-cord bind-off, and it'll look like this. A black and a white. Ooh, that would look good on top of anything. So let's begin the I-cord bind-off. Knit 2 with the main color, and knit 2 together through the back loop. Slip those 3 stitches onto the left needle, and repeat. Knit 2, and knit 2 together through the back loop. We just worked 2 rows with the main color. Now drop the main color and grab your contrast color to continue working the I-cord bind-off. Knit 2, knit 2 together through the back loop, and slip the 3 stitches to the left needle. One more time. Knit 2, knit 2 together through the back loop. Now we have 2 rows with the contrast color. Drop the contrast color towards the left and bring the main color up. Bring it up from below. It's coming from where you left off with that main color. Knit 2, knit 2 together through the back. One more time. Knit 2, knit 2 together through the back. That's all there is to it. So now that you're done with the main color, you can just drop the main color where it is and bring up the contrast color so that your main color always is to the right and your contrast color is always here to the left. Binding off an I-cord. Knit 2, knit 2 together through the back. As I bind off my I-cord, I don't pull my stitches too tight. So I don't pull them super tight because that might cinch the fabric a little bit and you might not be able to block your shawl as generously. So as you drop the contrast color and bring the next color to knit, when you knit that first stitch, just keep it nice and easy. Don't pull it super tight, but give it a little bit of easy tension. Not too tight, not too loose. One more row with the main color. And there we go. We're already starting to see a little fun stripe. There'll be a little cut and then it'll pick back up. If you're holding the yarn in your right hand, you can do the same technique. Knitting 2, knit 2 together through the back loop, and slip them onto the left needle. One more time. All right, we're done with 2 rows of the contrast color. So place that yarn over there to the left. We'll keep the yarns separate. Now pick up that main color strand and knit 2, knit 2 together through the back. I have the tendency to knit my I-cord bind-offs a little bit on the loose side, and it's better for it to be a little bit looser than tighter. You might want to, or you may think that knitting the stitches tightly is going to be perfect, but sometimes it's just too tight. So let the yarn relax a little bit. And if you notice that your bind-off is still a little too tight, you might want to go up a needle size and knit with 1 needle size larger just for your bind-off. And look at that, it looks really nice on the right side and the wrong side. And here are those little floats from the main color and the contrast color being carried along the wrong side. But once it's stretched out, you're not going to see those floats anymore. You're just going to see a beautiful contrast detail, and you can apply this technique to any project. Here's an up-close look at that striped I-cord bind-off on the Bubbles and Brioche shawl, and it is just beautiful. I love a black and white I-cord stripe. You could put this ColourPop I-cord onto any project, and it would just bring that project to life. When you do the I-cord bind-off, you do want to make sure that you have some stretch. If you're pulling on the I-cord and it doesn't go anywhere, you might want to go up a needle size or just relax your tension. Not tight, not loose, just right. But this is like the best amount of tension. It's like a spongy trampoline. You want it to stretch a little bit so when you block your finished shawl, the edge doesn't roll or pucker or curl. It fans out easily and comfortably when you wear your shawl. Get a load of this striped bind-off. This is on the Bubbles and Brioche shawl. You've got bubble sections and brioche bands, and I just love that finish. That striped I-cord is a really great way to echo the colors that happened before, and you can get this really nice repeat, this repetition of elements by bringing the colors back in with that striped I-cord. Again, whenever I do that striped I-cord, I don't carry my yarns too tight along the wrong side. You want it to have some stretch, just like this. On the Starflake shawl, it also has that striped I-cord bind-off written into the pattern. If you notice that your edge is a little too tight, it might not block out flat. So if you question yourself and you're like, ooh, is it too tight? Feel free to go up a needle size as you do the striped I-cord bind-off. Here's another Bubbles and Brioche shawl with that navy blue and cream. I think this could be really fun contrast to use on any project. So even if you have like a rainbow project, like these shorts, oh my gosh. If you need some cabled shorts in your life, these are the Cabled Please shorts with little snack pockets. So lots of fun colors, and that black and white doesn't happen anywhere in the main part of the shorts, but it does in the striped bind-off. It's like a little racer stripe. Oh, it's so much fun. You gotta knit those shorts. Look at that elastic waistband. Oh my gosh. They're always gonna fit. This is not really a striped I-cord bind-off, but it is like a color-blocked I-cord bind-off. So instead of 2 rows of each color, you could work your bind-off with a ColourPop for a little bit and then move on to another color and then add a new color. So it's a great chance to spice up the border to your shawl, and it's also great if you're running out of yarn. You can just use different colors, color block your chevrons or your waves, and yeah, it's your final chance to customize your shawl, so why not finish it with a party? This is the Speckle Pop Shawl. So I'll add links to all of these patterns in the description box down below. Check them out. You're gonna find that striped I-cord bind-off in the Bubbles and Brioche shawl and in the Starflake shawl. Both of these patterns are linked down below, but don't wait for a pattern to tell you what to do, okay? If it doesn't tell you to do a striped I-cord, you can totally do it. So that can also really take a solid shawl, like if you want to take the dotted rays here. This is really speckly and fun with one color, but what if you added like a purple I-cord bind-off or a lime green? Oh my gosh, I have to reknit this shawl now. So add that bind-off to any shawl project and share your progress on Instagram with #Westknits. And I'm sharing a lot of other technique videos, so you can give my channel a subscribe down below, and I'll see you in the next one.